Hi friends, it's Sarah from Ruffles and Rain Boots. Today I'm going to make a craft you can make with scissors, a Cricut, or a laser. This cute little bunny is done in about 10 to 15 minutes, and I'd love for you to stick around and watch how quickly and easily he comes together. Comes with a free printable, and if you like to make it, just stick around. As always, please give this video a like so I know you're here crafting. So as I mentioned, I'm going to be making this with a hand cutting method and a laser method, but that's tomorrow. I'm going to be using felt for this, pink, black, and gray, and you could again also use wood. My felt is very, very thin, so I'm going to be cutting it with scissors. I'm going to use a pre-made pom-pom. I've already shown how to make fur pom-poms, and tomorrow we'll show you how to make a fabric pom-pom, but you can see that one's pre-made. It's off of Amazon. It's very fancy. So if you are using felt, you're going to need some scissors and a hot glue gun. Everybody needs a hot glue gun. And if you are using a really, really thin felt like I am, I'm going to put in this ridiculously thin, almost useless wire. You can also use pipe cleaner. We're not going to be sticking it into the pom-pom. So again, it's just to add a little stability to the ears. So in the comment section and the show notes below in the video, you will be able to go to my website and get the link for this free pattern. It's a template. It has a couple nose or face options. It has feet, bunny ears, and the insets. So what I'm doing here is just tracing. That's it. You can print it out and trace it after you create or find your pom-pom. If you want to make this out of a yarn pom-pom, use the extra large pom-pom maker from Clover. It's maybe like a 4.25 inch pom-pom, or you can use these pre-made or make your own out of a 6 by 6 inch piece of Sherpa fleece or faux fur. So here you can see I'm just trimming off all the pen marks that I had on this. I just didn't want to see them. So I have 2 feet, 2 bunny ears, 2 bunny ear insets, and then I also have the whisker and nose combination. And like I said, there's a couple of nose combinations. Just choose whichever one you'd really, really like. So on this, I'm going to, I don't know why I bought this. I thought it was a little thicker or would be a little thicker, but again, a pipe cleaner might have just a little more heft than this ridiculously thin wire. I'm going to twirl it two of the pieces together and see if it can just add a little bit, but you can use a 4-inch piece and cut it in half. I mean, you really don't need 2 of them like I did. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this all together. With regard to glue, you're going to either use hot glue, you can use Aleene's craft glue, and if you have little tiny kids or you're doing this in a classroom over a day or two, you can actually use PVA glue to assemble with felt. If you are using PVA glue with little hands, it's going to take a while to dry, as you know. If you are a teacher, I have a lot of teachers who follow me for my free templates and designs. Hello, teacher. Thank you so much for the contributions you make. I really do appreciate you. And if for those of you using your Cricut machine, again, you don't have to cut 2 of each of these and glue them together like I am doing. You can use a regular piece of standard craft felt or even the knife blade and some thicker felt. But again, I'm using the world's thinnest felt, but these colors just scream to me. I was supposed to be putting this away. In fact, I was supposed to be cleaning up my craft room, and then I had this idea and I just made it. I get so distracted. Tell me I am not the only one. Let me know down in the comments. So while I'm assembling this, you can see that I glue the middle portion together, and then I'm just going to add on a little glue at the edge here. And that is because I didn't want to have to worry about glue seeping out. If you do have glue seeping out, just let it dry and then cut it off with scissors later. I don't know. I just thought this was better. So I took my time on the toes and just assembled that. Now for this, I will say I used, I don't know, mid amount of hot glue and just let this dry in there before moving on. Just a couple minutes. All right, so I have a question. Does social media seem deader than dead to everybody else? Right now, I will tell you, it's the beginning of February. So I made this back in December, but you can see my watch there. But it's the beginning of February. It's like the 5th of February when I'm recording this. And man, social media seems like nothing is going on. So I hope it's not going to be continuing, because I love YouTube. It's one of those channels that, or one of those avenues that I really feel we can have a lot of fun in. But I'd love to hear, is it dead for you all as well? What have you been thinking about? What are you crafting? What are you doing? I will say I just started working on some sun catchers for spring, and they're amazing. You do not need any special material or tools. Little chicken wire, a couple beads, and some shapes, a frame or shape or embroidery hoop. They're so much fun. So I hope to share those with you soon. But I'd also love to hear what you're crafting, what you would like to see on this channel. As everybody knows, Ruffles and Rain Boots is an eclectic site. I love working on a ton of stuff, and I'd love to hear what you want to see from me. So as you can see, it's time for assembly. I'm using this pre-made pom-pom, and it has this little loop down here for hats, but I'm going to add a copious amount of hot glue and press that on. I do hold it for 30 seconds or so, which I'll edit out, but this whole craft took me less than 15 minutes to cut and make, so pretty simple. I'm going to cut these pieces off. I did cut mine down in pieces. You can see all those pieces just because they were crossed, and I didn't think my scissors were going to handle that. I got to get a new pair of scissors, or actually just sharpen the ones I have. So I fluffed up this little guy, and then I'm going to find the center between the two little feet. You don't have to split the fur like I'm doing, but you can split the fur to give you an idea of where it is, but definitely split the fur on the top. The reason here is because we want to add glue, whatever type of glue you're using, to only glue the felt to the actual fabric up here. You can see this fabric, that's where we want. All right, so I'm just going to add glue to the bottom of this. Again, if you're using the thicker craft felt you've cut with the Cricut or by hand, you won't have any problem either. Just put the glue on the bottom. Do hold that for 15-20 seconds before it dries, which I'm gonna edit out. There you go. Now I'm just going to put the face on. There are a couple options for the face, and depending on what you're using, it may be a little easier for some, but I hope this craft, just makes you smile. I have a ton of Easter crafts this year. I just feel like crafting for spring and Easter. I've been doing a lot of decoupage, so I'll be offering some free decoupage images, printing on mulberry paper, making rice paper. Oh, it's so much fun I've been doing. But that's it for this craft. I would love to hear from you. Watch my little bunny hop, because I am a child. Yes, I am a child, just grown up. Okay, so I appreciate you being here as always. Again, click the link down below. It'll take you to the website where you can go and get the Google Drive for this free template to use with scissors, Cricut, or a laser. As always, thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe for more crafting fun.